Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's fourth and final video. We're doing the first update for the spring bank holiday weekend for today's final video. So here we go again, we count down to yet another bank holiday. Isn't it strange how we have all of these bank holidays grouped together in the spring, and then we have that long run from May to the end of August, and then another long run from August to Christmas. But there we go, that's what powers have decided we do. So yes, got another bank holiday weekend coming up. The whole weekend is now just within the time frame of the extended GFS. So here we go again. We're going to go through the charts for you in a second, and I shall get on with that for you in a moment. Just to say that the first we released today was the 7 AM upload. We also released weekend forecast and also our 10 to 14 day. Quite an interesting video. That one looks like we could be heading for the coldest May for 25 years. Wow. So have a look at the 10 to 14 day if you have not yet done so. Please like, share, subscribe on all the videos. Thank you so much everybody doing that. Thank you so much to Rich for the spring bank holiday updates gift, May 31st. So thank you, Rich, for the gift. Absolutely lovely. So thank you, Rich, for that. Right, let's do it then. We're going to start, let's do it. We're going to start off on Friday, 28th of May. So this is like 312 hours away, I think. So it's a long way out, very extended range. Of course, that's a caveat with these updates initially. We're just looking for the trend, you know, within the mod to see if we can find a trend. Sometimes we don't get a trend. Sometimes we have to go through several updates before we pick up a trend. Sometimes we get a trend early. But the caveat is always, you know, first week just looking for the trend, week 2, second week is when we start thinking a little bit more about the detail. So this is Friday the 28th of May, day of the getaway for the bank holiday weekend. We're looking like this unsettled. We've got a deep area of low pressure to our north. We're bringing a weather system in from the Atlantic, so there'll be cloud and rain spreading in from the west. We are trying to get a little bit of a ridge going from the Azores into the south. It could be a little bit drier and a little bit warmer there, but the upper air temps actually look really quite cool and disappointing for the end of May. With that ridge just to our southwest, there is a reasonable amount of dry weather for more southern areas, but rain is primarily in the north. But of course, it's so far out that that kind of detail, you know, is not worth worrying about, really. So it's a cool day as those northwesterly winds are setting in. Temperatures across central, northern, western areas are really struggling again, just getting to low sort of teens Celsius. But far southeast is a little bit warmer there. But all round it's quite a cool start to the period. Right, we go through to the bank holiday weekend itself. This is day 1, Saturday the 29th of May. Now, I have got a little bit of a ridge here from the Azores high into the south. So that looks a little bit more promising. But low pressure is still in the Atlantic, and the jet stream is still very close to northern parts of Scotland. The upper air temperatures are lifting up a little bit here as we begin the bank holiday weekend. And there's a lot of dry weather on offer too. There's some cloud and showery rain from the far north and northwest, but many areas are actually looking dry under that little ridge of high pressure. Temperatures are recovering a bit, so we're managing to get into the upper teens Celsius in the south and southeast. The north still looks very cool, of course, across Scotland and down into Northern Ireland. But a little bit of a recovery in temperature for more southern areas starting to take place. Low pressure then deepens to the north of Scotland on day 2 of the bank holiday weekend, which is Sunday, 30th of May. So we've got quite a deep area of low pressure rolling in from off the Atlantic. That ridge from the Azores is being flattened off as this low pressure comes in. There's probably some sort of cold front moving southwards and eastwards across the country. Ahead of it, it's reasonably warm in the southeast. Behind it, another push of really quite chilly air from the North Atlantic. This is like a cold front moving southeastwards, taking rain with it. Behind that, it turns brighter and showery. Again, more southern and southeast areas, close to that ridge from the Azores, mainly dry through there, and potentially quite warm. The model is suggesting we're into the low 20s Celsius, for example, in London, which is something we have not seen you know, since, I think it's been like over a month since we got into like the 20s Celsius. It's been a long time. So yeah, reasonably warm in the southeast. Otherwise, pretty cool across most parts of the country, really, especially so for more northern areas, actually. And then this is how Bank Holiday Monday itself is shaping up, which is Monday, 31st of May. And it looks like this ridge is starting to recede out into the Atlantic, so another weather system coming in from the west and from the northwest, probably threatening another band of rain. But the heights are still relatively high in the south. Other temperatures are low across all parts of the country, Bank Holiday Monday. There's quite a bit of dry weather on offer, but rain is threatening to the west. The driest weather, of course, is in the south, where we're close to that ridge from the Azores. And the temperatures are lower, but still relatively pleasant for more southeastern areas, into the upper teens Celsius there. Otherwise, sort of mid-teens Celsius probably at best, and quite cold again across Scotland and Northern Ireland. Right, so what to make of that then? Let's just, so webcam stuff, of course. Right, so, sorry, I'm still getting used to this new software. So, what do we make of that? I think we say that for southern areas, it's not bad, actually. I would have assumed a lot of people in the south are probably quite encouraged by that. You know, it's not, I mean, it's not a heat wave. It's not going to be a classic, weekend if it comes off, but for the south and the southeast there is a reasonable amount of dry weather, and definitely the best of the weather in terms of dry, fine, and at times quite warm conditions for the far south. That's the exception, though. Many places are actually still quite unsettled here, especially up in the north, Scotland, Northern Ireland, much of northern England, probably north and west Wales. Maybe in southwestern England, although they're close to the Azores. But generally in the north and the west, it's more unsettled and cooler. The best of the dry, warm weather is in the south and in the southeast. So, I mean, the Azores High is trying to send a ridge. I think that's perhaps a little bit of a turn up for the book, because we haven't seen much from the Azores High for several weeks. So, on this GFS run, the Azores High is trying to send a ridge into the country, but never really pulls it off to the north, but does settle things down a little bit in the south. Now, this is only the first update, of course. We've got more updates to do. We'll do update number 2 on Monday, and then we will see whether we have a trend or not, whether it shows something different or whether it runs with this idea. So for the first update for the Spring Bank Holiday weekend, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.